I'm Marisa, founder of Alternative Education at Home, and welcome to video number 4 of the 4-part video series on your child's educational options. I appreciate your feedback in the comments you posted as you watched video number 3, where you heard the touching story of an 8-year-old boy and why he wanted to be taught at home, and that after being bullied at school, it's one of the reasons why. I also gave you the latest statistics on bullying that might shock you. That's been a growing reason why more parents are deciding to teach their kids at home, along with the fact that you have a ton of resources and tools that can help bring your child home, thanks to online schools, award-winning package curriculum for every subject you can imagine, enrichment programs, virtual schools, blended learning, and a growing and popular option for many teens, early college. So be sure to sign up for the free video series on your child's educational options by giving us your name and email so you can start receiving everything you need to know so you can choose the best option for your child. We began teaching our children at home from the very beginning because we wanted to be the major influence in our children's lives. And I gotta tell you, I spent a lot of time learning myself on how to get it all right. I was inundated with information, and it was difficult getting it all straight. Yet I managed to make it all work because I truly enjoyed teaching my kids and learning alongside them. Our fondest memories centered around learning together. They were the best years in my life as a parent because I was able to instill in them our values and be able to teach them the most important subject of all, character. Then when our oldest turned 13, she decided she'd jump right into community college. She was only in the 8th grade. Lindsay was one of those capable and responsible students where she enjoyed independent learning and was quite mature for her age. So when given the option of being in early college, Lindsay was actually motivated by the challenge. As a junior in high school, she graduated with both her Associate of Arts degree and her high school diploma at the same time. So the early college option allowed her to move at a much faster pace. The benefit to us, we only had to think about paying for 2 years of university tuition. But because she earned a 4.0 GPA, she received scholarships that would pay for all her tuition. So what does it take to succeed as an early college student? Well, we'll let Lindsay fill you in. So you were 13. You remember the first class?
Yes, it was Intro to College Success, I believe. It was pretty nerve-wracking. I wanted to look as old as I could. I didn't want to be noticed. I didn't want to stand out or anything. And it was kind of hard to do that when your mom was dropping you off and waving to you out the window. But otherwise, it didn't go that bad. I mean, I really enjoyed it. We just had like an icebreaker the first day. And yeah, it was fun.
Was it scary?
Yeah, it was pretty scary. I mean, I didn't know if I was how well I was going to do academically at college in 13 or socially, and so yeah, but after the first semester I kind of got the hang of it and went pretty well from there. I think I was pretty mature for my age at the age of 13, so it wasn't as big of a deal as most may have thought it to be. But yes, I was young and I had, you know, encounters with different people being so young. But I mean, age didn't hinder me that much. It was just kind of all instilled in the values that I had been taught at a young age, so.
And what were those values, Lindsay?
Well, you always taught me to be disciplined, planning out your day, making sure everything gets done, not procrastinating, also being responsible. It's all up to you in college. No one's really prodding, I mean, your teachers aren't really prodding you to say, hey, you got to get this done. Honestly, they don't really care whether you do well or in the class or not. So it's all up to you. You have to be very independent and very self-reliant, independent, and you just have to be disciplined. So homeschooling has big freedom. I mean, you're at your house, if something comes up, your schedule's obviously very flexible. And so I think going to school every day, I just didn't want to be limited like that, or to be constrained like that. I liked having, getting up at 5 a.m., finishing before, 1 in the afternoon, and having the rest for, free time for the whole day. And I love the flexibility of homeschooling. And it's not like I needed the friends or something to go to school, because I had tons of friends when I was homeschooling. So
Lindsay, those placement tests, when you first took them and you were 13, how were they? Were they hard? I remember you were surprised that they were fairly easy, right?
I mean, they weren't like easy, ace them all, but they weren't like extremely difficult either. I mean, obviously I don't think I passed them, or I was on the higher end as far as points, but I mean, I did pass enough to get into college, so it wasn't too difficult, honestly.
If you were to encourage kids out there, that are thinking, oh my gosh, I could never take community college, what would you say to them?
I'd say that, I mean, you never know. Just try it out. Just do maybe one class for the semester. Just take it small steps at a time. You don't need to go full time the first semester. I mean, that's what I did. I just took one class at a time, and then gradually led up to full time at community college. So,
You took one class that was college success, and then your
mhm.
second class was what? The second semester you took one class, and what was that?
That was art history.
Yeah, so they were fairly easy classes, and so you took
Hmm.
it, you did take it gradually, and I think that's a great recommendation actually. And then your second year, you took, and correct me if I'm wrong, two classes each semester. You kind of added.
Yeah, I think I did two classes that fall, but then I did three the spring after. So.
Okay, and then I think you stayed at three, did you not?
Yeah, I never actually went up to four. So,
Four. Although you had a couple science classes that had four
yeah.
credits, but yeah,
Hmm.
I remember you never wanted to overdo it. But the beauty is, Lindsay, okay, so here you are a junior in high school, the end of your junior year, you got an AA, which is like, don't you have like, you managed to get 66 credits, even though you started slow, right? I mean, so it's doable. And you can gradually get into it and still finish really early because that's what you did.
Yeah, I mean, it all adds up. So, just, yeah, if you start out slow and then gradually progress, you'll probably earn more credits than you think.
More than 70% of high schools offer its students accelerated learning, which they call dual enrollment. The early college route, where students can earn high school and college credit at the same time, is a popular choice among many homeschoolers, as well as students who sign up for online distance learning programs, or early college high schools because some of these programs offer to pay for college classes. It's been the last few years in the US where the concept of accelerated learning options has been spreading not only to propel advanced students more quickly to college, but to also improve the transition from high school to college for a wider range of students. The theory is that students who earn some college credit while still in high school will be more confident about what's required for going on to college. These accelerated learning options are a promising strategy to increase the number of young people getting college degrees, especially those young people at risk of struggling in today's economy. You're also seeing a growing number of universities and community colleges partnering with more and more high schools to provide early college options, sometimes even building a high school within a college campus. The latest statistics clearly show the benefits of early college. 92% of early college students graduate high school versus the national rate of 69%. 86% of graduates enroll in college the next semester after high school graduation. 91% of early college graduates earn transferable college credit. 59% of early college students are classified as low income, since most early colleges are funded to target first-generation college and/or low-income families. My son Will started taking college classes when he was only 12, but instead of going to campus, he decided to go online.
Learning online was really nice. It gave me a lot of flexibility when I could do my work. I enjoyed it because mainly I could get it done really fast and anywhere, and there wasn't a certain time I had to be at class. I could really just do it whenever I want, whatever works to me. There was a little bit more work just because when you're at home, they expect you to do more work since you don't have to go to class. But I mean, it averages out if you don't like going to class. To me, they're both pretty equal. But when I first started, it was a really good learning experience because I was so young. That was my first class, so because I was so young, it was a good starter for me, and kind of know what I'm getting into at such a early age. But besides that, I enjoyed it, and I thought it was pretty fun that I could meet other classmates through a chat forum. I really liked the fact that I could chat with my classmates with the click of a button. Interacting with them is something I could still do through the internet, so I could talk with them, reply, and I could even talk to the teacher, ask him questions just as easy as going up to him in a classroom. So I really like that. I started early college because I wanted to get as much credits earned as fast as I could so I can graduate at an early age. It would look good on my resume, and it kind of sets me apart. It makes me unique. Not most people know that there are kids as young as me going to college at such a young age.
Both our kids decided to take early college through a distance learning program that paid for their community college classes. Since Lindsay and Will have been homeschooled from the beginning, this allowed them to still be home, where my new role was now tutor instead of teacher. I was still able to be the major influence in their lives, since community college classes were usually only a couple of days a week and only about 1.5 hours for each class. So that still allowed Lindsay and Will a lot of time and freedom that they were used to focus on what was important to them. For my daughter, it was juggling her rigorous academic load with her love for horse riding, co-leading the youth worship team at church, and working part-time at a boarding kennel. For Will, early college allowed him to continue managing his successful online businesses, which he started when he was only 11. Another huge benefit was in our pocketbooks. Having their first 2 years of college paid for resulted in tens of thousands of dollars in university tuition savings. So less time for them, more savings for us. It's all good. With the growing number of bullying, school violence, drugs, alcohol, and the time you spend away from your children, it's no wonder many parents are looking at other options. And for the last 15 years, I've used a lot of different tools, resources, programs, and activities that for the most part worked for us. But that happened after dozens of hours and days spent researching and gathering facts, which luckily I happen to enjoy. My broadcast journalism background probably has a lot to do with that, and it's my mission to report those findings to every parent out there that they have more options than they ever imagined when it comes to your child's education. And I believe a lot of the options allow a parent to bring their child home so you can rebuild and strengthen your relationship with your child while you can. Because once they're away from home, your ability to pour into their lives your values and the opportunities to teach them character are gone. So don't take for granted the time you still have with them, and be purposeful when it comes to strengthening your relationship with them. Make goal setting toward what you hope to achieve with your child a priority. Look at every argument you have with them as an opportunity to teach and learn from each other. Consider every chance you have to listen to your child as special moments to hear their heart and engage in conversation that, if done often, will bring you closer together. If you have young children, Consider those options that would allow you to keep your child at home. That's why I designed the Next Steps online program, so parents like you don't have to do the hard work in figuring it all out. I've done the hard work for you. All you have to do is finish one module at a time. The Next Steps training is a comprehensive program that takes you by the hand from beginning to end. You won't need to worry whether you're going to miss an important step. And you won't need to spend hours in front of your computer or making phone calls only to feel overwhelmed with all the information. And with the creation of Next Steps, you can feel peace in knowing you'll have all the answers to your questions. I'm here to help you, and so will a community of other parents sharing the same journey. Going through the Next Steps course is enjoyable and easy. It'll take you step by step, and it's easy to follow. The topics include how to get started, setting the rules to develop character in your child, legal issues and state requirements, choosing curriculum, teaching methods and tools, knowing your child's learning styles, setting academic goals, taking care of you, organizing your learning space, and scheduling your day. This online training was created in a way that I wish I had when I first started. I did everything on my own. Everything. And it cost me a lot of wasted time that I could have spent teaching my kids. Sure, there was great material out there, but I had to sort it all out. With alternative education at home, you won't need to go anywhere else to find out the truth about your options, what works and what doesn't. I've packaged for you everything I learned in the last 15 years and made it simple and easy to do. But you're not just buying the training, you're also able to instantly be part of a community of parents who are doing exactly what you're doing through Alternative Education at Home's exclusive Facebook page, where you'll have access 24/7 to share ideas, ask questions, and help one another on this amazing adventure. You'll also look forward to the group coaching that will allow you to ask any questions and get answers right away, along with other surprise bonuses. So click on the early bird registration below so you'll be the first to know when I make the announcement to launch Next Steps. Registration is limited since I can only work with so many parents at one time, so don't wait to sign up. Until next time, I'm Marisa. Been there, done it, and so can you.